Welcome to LandAcademy. This is the Cash Flow from Land show, where we show you how to buy unwanted vacant land and sell it for more on the internet. I'm Steve Butella.
I'm Jill DeWitt.
We are your hosts. With over 15,000 completed transactions, we are the experts in this niche land flipping business.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at LandAcademy.com. All right, let's get this show started.
Steve Butella here for LandAcademy. Welcome to our Cash Flow from Land show. In this episode, I talk about Jill and the girl inside of Jill named Stacy. Stacy comes out when Jill is pretty much done with responsibility, and I love Stacy. We all do. So what's the show really all about? It's about taking a break from work and from life and really just having a little bit of fun once in a while, which Jill doesn't seem to have problems doing at all. Jill, I know Stacy's not going to be with us today. Maybe that's a topic for another show. And I have to. My question to you is how did you get to be so good at turning off work and all the serious stuff in life and really just, like a switch, you can flip it off sometimes and just have some fun?
Okay, I would like to pause and just iterate that I am not schizophrenic. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, Jill, Stacy, look out, here she comes. Like and then I'm gonna be over the corner talking to Stacy, and Stacy talks to Jill. No, that's not at all what goes on.
This is a compliment. I hope you see it that way.
And this is a Steve-ism. Steven came up with Stacy.
Yeah.
All by himself.
A long time ago.
You did, a long time. I don't know where it was. We were out somewhere, and I was just one of those times where we're whooping up, having some fun. And you're like, I'm going to call you Stacy.
There's a lot of, here's the thing. There are a lot of people, some of them are women, some of them are men, that just they can't ever let their hair down. Oh. And neither one of us are like that at all. We can, when the Fred Flintstone, whistle rings and it's over, work's over, the shift bell rings and it's over.
Yes.
Jill and I don't suffer from having a lack of fun.
It's true. It's very true. But I thank you, Stephen. This is a really good topic. I didn't even think about it, but it is, and it's funny because it's so my thing. The mental side of all this stuff, not just the financial side of everything that we're doing. But you do need to be able to shut it off. If you don't let your hair down sometime, you will go crazy. I look at it like a diet. If you're on a diet and you eat, you're so rigid the whole week, when you have a weak moment, you're going to go crazy and you're going to blow what you just did because you didn't prepare for it. However, if you're dieting and you're doing everything great and you allow yourself one meal and it's coming, you can kind of plan for it, and have that treat, whatever, then you're going to be better, consistent, and you're going to get back on your diet and going to be just okay. You got a plan for it.
There's a joke and a saying along the lines of what we're talking about Catholic girls. And,
whoa.
I'm not going to. This show is the most inappropriate venue to talk about that ever.
Am I supposed to know what this is, or is that all you're going to say?
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so for those listeners who know what Steven's talking about, hello.
Yeah. Enjoy your thoughts.
Oh my goodness.
No, sometimes people, when you put them in a rigid cage, just like you're saying, when they have some freedom, they go nuts.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
And it's those nutsy moments you got to be careful with sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of funny too. I think about.
Like, were you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
I have a lot of questions for you.
Dave Ramsey even says, in his whole financial getting back on track, which I'm a firm believer of, we pay cash for cars, every car. I don't care what it is. We don't finance things, but you also, because you got to pay yourself. That's one of the things about Dave Ramsey, though. If you don't pay yourself and have a little fun money, you're going to go crazy and you're going to lose it and you're going to make some bad decisions.
Yeah.
So what's your...
I have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Were you the class clown?
Yes.
So was I. Were you like when you're in high school specifically, were you just like, do you have a convertible with your hair flowing and just nuts all the time?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Keep going.
Like,
These
did
are
you
good
stay
questions.
out all night and get in trouble?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Jill, really?
Yes. But wait a minute. Hold on. I never let my job suffer.
Yeah,
I never let my classes suffer. If I chose to do that, you better believe I rallied and I made it through whatever I had to get through. I never let it suffer. These are really good questions. Am I surprising you?
No, not really. I mean, no, you're not.
Okay.
I mean, there's some. You're one of the most responsible people I know, but it takes some time for you to get motivated to be to that point. I don't think you just wake up that way.
Wait, the have fun point?
No, just responsibility.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's
very true.
I am responsible solely for the reason. The only reason I'm responsible is because I want to earn the point to horse around.
It's so funny. And I come at it differently. I'm like, well, I can afford to horse around this way, or I can afford to horse around that way. No matter what, I'm going to horse around.
That's exactly how I am. So that is the constant, and the responsibility is variable, not the other way around.
Exactly. That's just who we are.
This is a group therapy session right now.
I was kind of wondering, when I saw the title, I was kind of thinking about, how did I get here? Is it nature? Or is it nurture? Is it because of my parents? When I say parents, I mean my dad. Or is it because I take most after him?
No, it really is a group therapy session.
Sorry. Or is it because of where I grew up? So then it's a nurture thing. Being in Southern California where you're at the beach. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you be at the beach? The sun's shining. You plan for that. You save your quarters. We saved our my mom had to save our quarters for the parking meter at the beach.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did.
I think it's, after being a parent, I honestly think it's 95% nature and 5% nurture. And we're going to get all kinds of emails from that. I know we are. Because people write dissertations on these topics. And
not nurture. Nature.
I think it's nature. And I think, but that's just my personal experience. Please don't send me an email. It's my personal experience. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or any of that stuff. I just happen to have a silly talk show and where I can give you my opinions like this. That's it.
I think
the way the kids are, they come out, that's how they are.
Well, then you're reversing it. You mean nurture. You mean nature.
I mean nature.
Oh, you're right. Nature, not nurture. Okay, you're right. I agree.
But I think if you put the same kid in a completely different, awful environment, they might be a little bit different. But I'm saying in our socioeconomic,
I agree.
All things being constant, the kid, you only can change a kid plus or minus maybe 10%. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Probably less.
We are so lucky because we have all well-adjusted, calm, responsible kids. And that is clearly a sign of nature because that's not us.
We are, all the kids, we are the two, we party the hardest.
Oh, you mean of all of our siblings? Oh, yeah.
No, of our children.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Our children roll their eyes at us. Go, here they go again.
This is supposed to be about Stacy.
So, okay. All right. Well, the point is you got to let your hair down, whatever it is for you, or you will go crazy. Because we have members in our LandAcademy community that I know are killing it. And I want to make sure that they are taking a breather, coming up for air and having some fun and not burning out. Because if you don't, you could burn out. Because I know there's people that work 40 hours a week in there and they jump on board and they get our program. And now they're adding that much more on their plates because they're so excited and they want to get to the end. And I get that. But so don't change a thing, but just make sure you're factoring in some fun time and some relaxing time because you'll be a better person. You'll be a better parent. You'll be a better employee. You'll be a better everything.
I know who those people are because I work 7 days a week. I don't work 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I'll get in front of a computer and do it. And the people that I correspond with that are in our group are, especially on Sunday, they might need a break.
Yeah, I wasn't there on Sunday.
I know. And you know what? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be, because we're partners in the stuff that you're responsible for, which is customer contact and a lot of that kind of thing. You shouldn't. That doesn't happen on Sunday. The behind the scenes stuff does. You
and I both agree on this too, that you don't get a medal for working 80 hours, everybody. You and I are both huge fans of, hey, if it takes me 6 hours and it takes you 12, I don't know what to say.
You know what you get a
I'm
medal
done.
For?
See ya.
You get a medal for killing it by working efficiently 40 hours a week or even 20.
Exactly.
My whole thing has always been, we don't have a 9-to-5 gig here.
Mm-hmm.
You make your own hours, get your stuff done. We're all going to see whether or not you can do it. If you're hitting your numbers and you're working 20 hours a week, I'll pay you full time.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I just think that's.
Does that apply to me?
No.
Just kidding.
Jill, sometimes you crack me up,
Just kidding.
Let me just try to say this with finality. You can do whatever you want.
I know. I'm just teasing.
You really can.
I'm just teasing. I know, and I do that. It's like yep.
So yesterday we were talking about doing this podcast from different places in the world.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And you lit up Stacy came out a little.
That was Stacy.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a great.
We are almost to the point. We will be at this year. We will be at a point where we could do a trip. I don't know, whatever. Like
Hong Kong.
Let's just say we're going to do a trip there anyway, for sake of argument,
mm-hmm.
because I'm sure the IRS isn't listening to this at all. Let's say we're going to do a trip anyway, but we decided to make it, a trip where we did a bunch of podcasts or a daily podcast on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Because the internet's where we're going to go anyway. I think that would be just mixing all of it, like business and pleasure and all of it, in a really good, healthy way. And I think it would increase our revenue.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I know it would.
We need to do that. Well, we did some stuff when we did some of our, going on a year ago, or when we were doing the LA TV episodes for a while. We were doing those in California.
Right.
And along the beach. So we might have some of those coming up again, too.
Do you have a tough time focusing when you're on vacation with work? Or is it easier?
It's a little bit. Well, this is a very good question. I have to mentally prepare myself to do X amount of hours of work, and then I can cut myself loose.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I have to, and some people say, well, then it's not a vacation at all. Like I know some people, and this is not even Stacy. I know some people that they unplug their stuff. They're no longer involved in anything, and they sit on a beach and spray themselves, and they'll sit there or they'll read 6 books for a week on vacation, and then they turn their phone back on and go back to work. I cannot do that there's no way.
I can do that.
Can you?
Well, that's what we just talked about. You were asking me questions. Can I shut it off? I can shut it off.
I don't. You know what? Now, I think you can do that, but you and I.
Yeah. I haven't been good about it
maybe
lately.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a bad influence on you.
Yeah, I think you're a bad influence on me. Just kidding. No, I used to be really good about that.
If you went on with some of your friends, if you went on a trip like that, you probably wouldn't talk about it. You probably could unplug everything.
I could. It wouldn't bother me.
That's what I'm saying. It might be me.
You're right. Would it eat away at me that I'm not checking my email? No. But do I feel responsible? So I do check my email. Yes. So that's the difference right now. I feel like I have a lot of people that I'm coaching and helping and a lot of things that we do. So I feel responsible to make sure everything's okay and check in. But could I easily say, all right, and I would set them up. And many times I've done that with our staff. I said, hey, this weekend, you remember that I took this weekend in November. Yeah. I said, I will not be available. Don't even try.
Right.
I was at a very special conference and I'm checking out. And I did.
Yeah. I've been on vacations with you, and the stuff that you're responsible for at LandStay specifically, not as much as of LandAcademy. You do. Our numbers are better when we're on vacation. I think that you really, because you want to really be on vacation, you just consolidate it all and really get it done fast, and it comes out great.
It's true.
Then Stacy comes back out.
Oh my goodness. I was just thinking maybe my vanity plate should say Stacy.
I don't think vanity plates should describe yourself in any way. Actually, I don't really believe in vanity plates. but that's probably no surprise at all.
I know. I haven't had one in forever. I know I go back and forth with it. Do I want anyone to know, oh, yeah, that's Jill's car? Not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
If you can come up with one that's really interesting and funny.
Right. Exactly.
But those chances of that are happening are pretty slim.
Hey, did you watch the news this morning?
No, I didn't. I was at work.
Do you know anything what happened in the last 24 hours?
No.
David Bowie passed.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. 69 years old, cancer.
I didn't even know he was. That's awful.
I know. He kept it quiet. So I didn't mean to dump it to you right here. I thought maybe you heard it, and I'm like, I was just going to have a little nice moment because
yeah, that's too bad.
Who doesn't love David Bowie?
Right.
So it was
part of our.
So cool.
It was part of our social upbringing. Mm-hmm. You know, he was always a rebel.
Right. There's an astronaut who's in space right now who did a comment about an astronaut. You know the whole remember
that song,
you know
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
Ziggy Stardust.
Exactly. The inspiration. So it's really kind of neat.
Did you ever have a David Bowie? Did you ever purchase any David Bowie music, or are you just like a casual listener like me?
I'm just like, I've always loved him, but I never bought anything, and I don't know why. I wish I would have seen him in concert. I really do, but I hadn't. I've never seen him.
I think he was part of that Velvet Underground. You know, that New York thing with the soup can guy, the artist.
Oh, Andy Warhol.
Yeah, I know he was. Right. I have purchased the Velvet Underground. That was a really, for its time, really cool band. I thought.
Okay.
Now I am talking to Stacy, sort of.
You are.
She did come out.
Oh gosh.
You know what? Hey, the other thing that's nice is that we don't talk about land all the time on the show. It's fun to talk about other stuff.
This is an absolutely perfect Stacy show because we're taking a break from our normal little things just to talk about some fun
you're not
stuff
supposed to learn anything from this at all.
No. Other than let your hair down a little bit.
And if you have to learn how to do that, there's issues.
Some people can't do it.
Yeah.
I know people.
What do you think about our president?
People.
You think our president can do it?
Oh, absolutely.
I bet he can too.
Oh gosh. I bet he's really good at that. You see him on his vacations and trips and that hiking, the whole nature thing he did with that guy, that glacier thing was really cool.
Give me an example of somebody without using their last name that can't do it. They can't chill out and just kind of take a break and turn it off. You don't know anybody.
I know I do, and I'm trying to think. There are some people. You know why? I'll tell you why. I know that there are people out there that burn the candle at both ends, and they don't know how not to, and they're all so focused. But I do not hang out with those people because it's not my kind of thing. So that's why I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know.
I have an example.
Who?
He's a guy that I used to work with. We shared an office for a while.
Oh.
He's a competitor of ours.
He doesn't turn it off very often?
He's not. Ever.
Oh.
He's by the book.
Ooh.
We're not knocking on Mark, but that's just the way it is.
Ooh. What about our accountant?
Oh, he can rip it up.
Oh, okay.
I have ripped it up with him.
Okay. Okay. All right, that's not a good example.
He seems like that, but as accountants go, and I can say this because I used to be one, he's a lot of fun.
Okay, got it. I know our attorney can rip it up.
Oh,
I'm sure of that one.
Yeah.
Won't even go there.
Maybe it's just the friends we have.
See, that's what I'm saying. We choose friends that, you know what? If we would not have a friend that can't turn it off, right. Because why would they hang out with us?
That's right.
They would not, because we were.
Let me ask the question a different way. How many times have you ever met somebody, or whether it's either through work or social or whatever, and then the Stacy thing starts to happen, or even when we're together, and then the people who are there just start shaking their heads saying, these people there's something wrong here, and then they walk away or they leave because they can't let their hair down, man.
Yeah. We have not many friends like that because they don't last long. Because you and I take fun to a new level sometimes.
I have really, really disappointed some women in my past because because of having too much fun.
That's it. I
They
guess.
just shake their
And
head
it's
and
not like
it's
there's anything
not.
illegal. We're not doing anything bad.
not
We're
having
just like,
fun.
we're just going to like, okay, now we're going to take the party here. Now we're going to take the party there.
There are no laws being broken, period.
No.
It's
we
just a lot of fun.
We just laugh about, and we laugh about everything. Oh my goodness. So.
You do. There's nobody laughing at this show right now.
I am. Stacy is. You know what I think is really funny is we have a few close friends that we hang out with regularly that know about Stacy and they'll ask about Stacy. We'll be doing something and they'll even say, "Oh, was that Stacy?"
Yeah, they're intrigued by that. That's why I wanted to do a show. Actually, this came from some stuff that happened this weekend.
I was thinking of one girl in particular that we know. It starts with an H. She'll go, "Oh, Stacy's here." So really cute.
Join us in another episode where Jill and I discuss your all-important success in land and in life. I love Stacy.
Is anyone going to even listen to that show?
I don't know. I did. I like talking about it. It was fun.
Okay.
I'm not sure we conveyed it the way it should have been, but whatever.
What point were we trying to make that didn't come out?
No, I think we did.
Okay.
Got to let your hair down, man.
Uh-huh.
That's it. And I think you know what I didn't say? It conveys itself. If you're wound too tight, your customers know it. Your employees know it.
Oh, that's true.
You know, your spouse knows it. Everybody's like, who wants to buy land from a wound up tight guy?
Right. I did say that at some point in that thing. I remember, that if you don't, you're a better person, you're a better employee, you're a better boss, you're a better whatever. If you can.
Oh, good. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
I guess. Who's the guy inside of Steve? We've never talked about that.
Oh, no. What's in there? I don't even know.
I don't want to dig that deep.
I don't want to think that hard. It hurts.
We'll leave that for a therapist someday.
I had an assistant one time, really early in my career, and I would ask her to do stuff. I was way more nuts earlier on, like more driven, crazy type A nuts at work than I am now, like way more. And she used to say, it hurts. That's how her signal to me that I'm just how I was asking her to do 50 things at once or something, and she's just like, dude, stop.
Was like
it
working
hurts.
for you hurts?
Just like it hurts to think that much.
Oh.
You just got to ask me to do a couple things and I'll do them, but not 92 things at 100 miles an hour.
It's kind of funny.
Wonder what ever happened to her. She's a nice person.
It's funny. You said the 90 miles an hour. I didn't. No, maybe I always have kind of worked this way. The way you and I roll is we're pretty much, we are, pedal to the metal. We're like, we go full speed often. And we can do that. And I wonder how many people stand around going, what the heck?
About a lot more than we think.
And then we'd let it off. Then we're like, now it's fun time. We're going to Mexico, or something.
Think what's happened to us professionally in the last 6 months. Just think about that for a second. I wrote it down like a week ago.
Why? Yeah.
It's ridiculously awesome.
It is. I know it. I feel it.
Now let's go buy some property.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at LandAcademy.com.
If you want to get involved or you need more information about our profitable, niche real estate operation, call 480-467-0359. You just might get Jill at the other end of the line.
LandAcademy.com. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.